Okay, hello everyone, and look, wow, we're already up to Diamond 1 with 3 stars, playing Armor Starship Demon Hunter. So let's see if we can get over the line. I think we should do it quite easily, because at the moment we've got a very high win rate with this, over a lot of games as well, so it's very consistent. I mean, it doesn't win every game by any stretch, but yeah, there are some. Paladin, okay. Interesting.
I fight in the name of honor.
I make my own fate.
And first thing we do whenever recording a video, make sure the deck tracker's up, because my what's it called doesn't do it automatically. Okay. Basically, we've got a 72% win rate at the moment. So we keep this. We definitely always keep Arcanite Defense Crystal, because that's the beginning of the chain. Arcanite into Ravenous Fell Hunter into Ferocious Fellbat. Kill Jaden's not necessary unless you're playing mirror matchup or a very, very slow matchup, and you need to outvalue them despite your what's it called? Okay, got a nice answer to that straight away. Question is, do we coin out the defense crystal? Yeah, that's a question. We'll see what we draw.
By petal and sword.
Okay, it's a drag one. This should be a slow deck, which we should beat easily. Let's see what we get from this first before making any decisions. Okay, so we don't have any mixologist yet. Well, we'll see. We're definitely going to play this now. Does it make a difference which one we use? In terms of outcast? No, not really. Okay, that could be... Right, now we've got a serious question. Do we coin out... Okay, that's just got reborn synergies, not such a big deal. 1 minute. Right, okay, go. Just checking if you did it the right way around. Just making sure you did it correctly. This gives us... Oh, I like this one. This is very good for my deck. I'm going to coin out just so we can get things going. If he kills it, that's fine, because we could just resurrect it. So the thing is, with a mixologist, you've got like a 1 in 2 chance of getting a resurrect, or something like that. I'm not sure what the stacks for mixologist are. Interesting, so he wants to kill it off. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Resurrect it. I mean, we could have gone with the weapon and drawn another Death Rattle minion, but I think we're okay at the moment. Got the taunt coming up. Ice Cascade, that's worrying. Okay, so we just trade into that to break the shield. He's going to want to kill this, I'm assuming. We'll probably kill the defense crystal with this. Got another defense crystal, even better. So let's see, if he... The Ravenous Fell Hunter will be the next card we're looking for now. So we can get the doubling up effect, and if we get to play that with the cubicle, it'll be even better. Alright, so he's just clearing the board. Fine. Well, at least we heal up to full here. I think we play the seed and the defense crystal just to be mana efficient here. The other option is playing this, which draws 2 cards over 2 turns, gives me armor. Now that he's done that, he's only got 3 cards. Wow. That's his highest cost card as well. Okay, I'm going to play this. Okay, good. We've got Warp Drive. Perfect. So he's got some big cards coming up. I really, really want to get my Spellbat down. Maybe we play this next turn. Hope for something good. 5 cost dragon. Okay. It's pretty good. We've got attack coming up with this. Oh, mixologist. I like. Okay. Nice, okay. We still need the Fellbat though, that's a problem. Okay, let's see if we can resurrect something here. Okay, let's do that. Oh, goodness. Well, I guess this survives this way. Okay. So he's trying to get the value on this. Makes sense. Okay, that's not such a big price. It's useless because once it dies, it just becomes a 3-1, which you can kill very easily. Need some card draws, so I'm gonna go like this first. Alright, got the card draw. Need to throw.
Come closer, critters.
I'm sure we're going to be able to play one of the cards here. Okay. Okay. Okay, right. Okay, so let's give this a go. Let's go for the 3 damage and resurrect. Let's do this first. I hope it. Oh, it got Divine Shield. Never mind. Alright. Alright, worth a try. Worth a try. We healed up anyway, so. We really need to get a Ravenous Fell Hunter. If we get that now, or by turn 10, that will do really well. So remember, these 2 cards are the highest in his deck. So, I'm not sure what to expect. 5 cost dragon, another one. Okay, what's that? Okay, he's on the train now. Oh, 1 minute. Zarimi's only played, isn't it? Okay. Okay, Armor Starship Hunter, please. Oh, nice. Okay.
Thirsty for more?
Don't want Death Rattle, don't want that, so it's gonna have to be this. Might as well play this one as well. Gotta be quick, gotta be quick. Yeah, that looks good.
I'll shelter you.
Okay, we want to get rid of everything on my... Wow, okay.
Oh, the flutter wings.
There we go, it's gonna be a bit squeaky bum time. So if he bypasses them, he's got lethal. Probably want to freeze this, don't I? This has charge. Okay, that could be useful as well. 4/4. Kill this off. Let's go trade both of them in. Okay. Oh, that does damage to me, doesn't it? That does damage the 5 lowest things. He's doing 18 damage at the moment. 18, 24 damage. I mean, I've got ceaseless into 24 damage here. 25 with the hero power. So I just want to do this.
I grow impatient.
Let's...
Feel your blood run cold.
I don't want to trade in here. That is a bit of a problem. 'Cause the fact that it summons a whelp afterwards interferes. What's this do? Renewing flames.
Follow the flutter wings.
I'm going to have to play it now, I think. I'm not going to survive this, that's the problem. Oh! Or maybe not.
You conduct yourself admirably.
That might make a big difference. I think that makes a huge difference. Wow, look at this. This is the classic way you win the game with this deck.
Demons would be wise to fear you.
So he's going to end up with 4/4. What does this do? Just draws... Okay. Clear the board. Exodar. Everything goes face. And boom. That's a lot of damage. Wow. And that means we have hit Legend. Nice. And 6959. Wow. Again, near the end of the month. That's pretty high. Okay. Yeah, people are just not bothering with Legend now. Yeah, so this is the deck to go with. For sure. Wow. All right. That was a lovely finish there. It's getting a bit hairy there. But I think maybe subconsciously I was taking that into account when I played the 7 cost, what's it called? The Fellbat? Or the Fellrager? I can't remember what it's called anymore. It's been a few seconds since I saw that card, so, you know, my age, you know, they say 3 things happen when you get older. The first one is your memory starts to go. The second, well, the rest of them I can't remember, so right. Hope you got that joke, non-English people. Right, let's have a look at the deck. Let's go over it and tell you about the mulligans and everything. My Starship Demon Hunter, I think, is still playable. It's just it's not as refined. This goes fully sort of committing to the OTK strategy. Right, so you've got things well, let's talk about the basis of the deck. The basic idea of the deck: Arcanite Defense Crystal. Play this. It's a Death Rattle. Taunt. Gain 4 armor. Star piece. Great. Then Ravenous Fell Hunter. 5 mana. Resurrect a friendly Death minion. Death Rattle minion that costs 4 or less, and summon a copy of it. That means you summon a copy of this once it's died. That's why it's so important to get this in the mulligan, because otherwise this, and you're going to see these 2 cards are useless without Arcanite Defense Crystal. So the absolute priority to mulligan for this at all costs. No exceptions. You always keep this. You know, there's a 4 cost card. You just hope you survive till then. Not many classes which can kill you by turn 4, but yeah, we've got early game cards as well to help us through. We'll see that soon. Okay, so Arcanite Defense Crystal. Once that dies, you play your Ravenous Fell Hunter. Right, obviously you've got to adapt with each game what the game needs, which resurrects 2 of them. Now, once this dies, this is a 5 cost Death Rattle, which means that a Ferocious Fellbat will resurrect a different friendly Death Rattle that costs 5 or more. And as you see, we don't have any Death Rattles which are 5 or more except for the Ravenous Fell Hunter, which means once this dies, it gets a copy of this, right? Which each one of these is going to summon 2 of these. So therefore this, once this gets killed, it's effectively going to give you 4 Arcanite Defense Crystals. Okay? Now, another thing you can do with this deck is Carnivorous Cubicle. It's quite expensive, so it's really hard to weave it in, especially early turns. However, if they don't respect it, for example, if you've seen my mirror match video, kill off whenever. Don't think that, oh, I don't want to kill it, I don't want to give him the armor, I don't want to help him build up the starship. It's going to die anyway. You have to kill it. And if you kill it early, you're stopping him from playing the Carnivorous Cubicle on it. So if this is on the deck, not on the deck, on the battlefield, right? Or you've played this is on the battlefield, and they haven't killed it, then Carnivorous Cube it, and that automatically will summon the 2 Arcanite Defense Crystals because you trigger this Death Rattle, and on top of that, you will produce another Ravenous Fell Hunter, guaranteed. Now, if he can't kill it through the 2 taunts, then he's in big trouble because you're just going to keep producing these Ravenous Fell Hunters, which are basically another 6 damage for your OTK. So 2 Arcanite Defense Crystals. I'm going to explain the OTK, but you see it's 3 attack. That's critical here. Every time you produce one of these and eventually it dies, it goes into your starship, this is counted as damage. Okay, so it's another 6 damage every turn he doesn't kill off your Ravenous Fell Hunter. Now, if you somehow manage to do Cubicle on Fellbat, which is very rare because you generally can't play them both in the same turn, that would be essentially 12 damage each turn he doesn't kill the cubicle. However, I have to warn you, you can work out yourself, but you know, might as well give you all the tips now so you can be brainless when you play as much as you can. When you carnivorous cubicle this, it produces 2 ravenous fell hunters which don't have taunt, which means the cubicle is very vulnerable to minion damage. Whereas if you use a cubicle on the fell hunter, you've got at least a chance of resisting minion damage, as you're going to have 2 taunts being produced every straight away. Once you cubicle this, it's going to produce your 2 taunts, which will give protection for the cubicle. And every turn after that, you're just going to trade in the fell hunter which you produce at the end of your previous turn, and then that will give you another 2 taunts, etc, etc. Whereas with Ferocious Fellbat, not only does it not give you taunts straight away, but even if you trade it in on your next turn, you're just going to get 2 fell hunters. But I guess the fell hunters which were produced by consuming the Fellbat could trade themselves in and give you 4 taunts. So yeah, okay, pros and cons there. If you can cubicle this and get the cubicle to stick, then it's just game over basically. Yeah, because you're just going to have 4 taunts every turn because of the fell hunters which you keep producing, etc. All right, now once you have at least one of your defensive crystals die, then Warp Drive is online. You can use this without building the starship, but you just won't get they cost 2 less. So don't be scared to use this if you don't have any other decent plays. Don't always greed for the value aspect of it. If you don't have an Arcanite Defense Crystal turn 3, just play this just to hope I've had a game where literally we won the game because we drew into that. We drew a defense crystal which we were able to play next turn, and that basically gave us an extra tempo which was necessary to last out that game. Now another nice little thing which we've got in the deck is Mixologist. Now if you look at Mixologist, you'll craft a custom 1-cost potion, but that 1-cost potion is unbelievably strong, especially one particular usage of it. So if you see here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Heart of Fire, 7, 8, 9. So you've got a 1 in 3 chance to get this, summon a friendly minion that died this game, right? Now if you don't get it, so you've got a 2/3 chance of not getting it, then you've got, I think it always offers you the remaining 6, so then you've got a 1 in 2 chance of getting the next one. I think that's how it works. So you've got a 1 in 2 chance the second time round, but a 1 in 3 chance the first time round. So that's a third plus a half is 5, 6. So you've got an 83% chance you're going to be able to hit summon a friendly minion that dies this game. If I've got that wrong, then it'll be a 3rd times 3 out of 8, which is 24, 8 plus 3, 11 out of 24. Yeah, so you just got less than a 50% chance. If, let's say, you get offered Fellbloom, Netherbloom, and Heart of Fire, and let's say take Heart of Fire, it might offer, there might be a chance of re-offering Fellbloom or Netherbloom. I can't remember. But either way, so you've either got a 5 in 6 chance of hitting Ichor of Undeath, or you've got an 11 in 24 chance of summoning Ichor of Death. Now, why is this so important? Summon a friendly minion that died this game. So if you can last out till turn 4 or coin out turn 4, this is what I like to do quite a lot. Coin out turn 4 Arcanite Defense Crystal, Then turn 4, you play the Mixologist, and I assume it's going to be killed. And then you get the Resurrect. You get another defense crystal resurrected plus a 2/3. Now the reason why we coin out and we do that order is because if you play the Mixologist first and you get the resurrect spell, and then turn 4 you're intending to play the Arcanite defense crystal, the problem is that the Mixologist might die and you'll end up resurrecting the Mixologist, because there's a friendly minion that died this game, so it doesn't mean, and a different friendly minion, so you've got to be careful with that. And especially with this, I've had some really bad situations where I've played Creature of Madness turn 2 and and I managed to get the Arcanite defense crystal, but then it resurrected a rubbish one too, so that was not very pleasing for me, to say the least. Okay, so that's the basic strategy of the game. That's how you get as many Arcanite defense crystals as you can. So basically your crystal itself, your Fell Hunter, your Fell Bat, Cubicle, strategically depending on the situation or whenever you can manage. Don't be scared to put it on a defense crystal early if you think it's going to survive, or if you've got nothing else to play, it's worth it just to get the other one in. Because again, if you kill another defense crystal off, then you're increasing the chances that if you get the Mixologist resurrect spell, it's more likely to hit the Arcanite defense crystal, because now two have died as opposed to just one, and maybe another minion's died. So ideally Mixologist would be better later on in the game, where you can sort of resurrect things like Fell Hunter or Fell Bat. But yeah, but it's tricky to engineer that. And you've got your Warp Drive to, sometimes you get a 3-cost Carnivorous Cubicle, which means that you can combo it in turn 8 with the Ravenous Fell Hunter, or turn 7 with a Defense Crystal. Another card we've got here is, now how do we draw our critical cards? So first of all, we've got Tusk Piercer, which draws a Death Rattle minion, and we've only got 6 in the deck, so we've got a 1 in 3 chance of drawing the Defense Crystal, which is decent. And especially if we don't have it in hand, which is what we're worried about, it's likely we've got one of the others in hand, which makes it into a 2 in 5 chance, which is decent odds, for random. That could help you out there. You've got card draw with Grim Harvest, and Illidari Studies can give you card draw as well. Your card draw basically is 1 and 2 drops, so you can play this in turn 2, and the card draw will be out cast already. So what I mean here, right, let's just show you the outcast cards. Right, so Crimson Sigil Runner, nice 1/1, costs 0 after you played Illidari Studies. Right, draws a card. The best one will be Spectral Sight. Nice cheap card, draw 2 cards. There's another card which, if your hand is not too full, you've got Paraglide. So you draw 3 cards, and this is all for 3 mana total, Illidari Studies and Paraglide. So if you really need card draw early, Illidari Studies is the way to go, from either turn 2 or turn 3. Okay, I wouldn't get a CG, because even though you can get card draw off this with what is it? Skull of Gul'dan. It's expensive. It's hard to get it outcast, and you've got about 10 different cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards which it can give you. So you've got a really small chance of getting the card draw, even if and even if you get it, it's outcast, so I wouldn't go for that. Another thing is I-Beam can be useful as well, or Glavesmith if you need to remove an important minion from them, or you've got like a little mini AoE with Lifesteal there, but yeah, that's only for later on. Wayward Sage, fantastic card. yeah, sometimes it ends up next to Ceaseless Expanse, which means you can never play it without reducing the cost of Ceaseless Expanse by 2 effectively, because you're playing a card, right? And you're reducing it by 1, but you know, what can you do? I had that once where I had Ceaseless Expanse, and then I picked Wayward Sage for the left side card in my hand, but the right side one would have been Ceaseless Expanse, because that was the one to the left of the Sage, which meant that it was only going to effectively discount 1 card. Yeah, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards you can hit with Illidari Studies. So you've got 1 and 3. We've got for each one of those cards, you've got 7 and 9 chance not to hit a card draw, or 6 and 9, 2 and 3. 2 and 3 cubed is, well, it's descending, so it's something like you've got a very good chance basically to get card draw. It's more than 50%, I think. Let's do a quick calculation here. The calculation would be 2 over 3 times, that's 6 over 9 not to get card draw. Then you've got 5 over 8 not to get card draw. Then if you don't get for the first 2, then you've got 4 over 7. Which gives you, right, so the chances not to get card draw are 0.23. So basically you've got a 76% chance of getting card draw on your turn 3. So very, very high chance of getting it. So yeah, that's effectively draw 3 cards turn 3. You can think of it like that, or at least 2 cards turn 3. Right, so that's card draw options. Illidari Studies, Tusk Piercer, Grim Harvest. Also gives you the bonus of summoning a Dormant Dreadseed, which can help you on board later, especially if you get the nice taunt against an aggressive deck. Nice 5/5 taunt with lifesteal. And you've got Warp Drive as your card draw as well. Okay, now then we've got another card which I forgot to tell you about. Return Policy. Discover for any Death Rattle card you play this game, trigger its Death Rattle. So the best one to do on is Ravenous Fell Hunter if you're in a bit of a situation, as this will automatically summon on board 2 defense crystals, and it will give you this in your hand. Alternatively, you could do it if you're not under so much pressure. You could resurrect this just for some massive value. Generally, it's not the best to use it on the Arcanite Defense Crystal, because you're spending 3 mana just to gain 4 armor and put a defense crystal in your hand, and you've already played one, so you're not desperate to play another one. So try to use this slightly later, and ideally on the Fellbat, I would say, as a defensive option or as a value option. Fell Hunter on the Fellbat, as this will give you lots of Arcanite Defense Crystals. Now, that's everything. Right, and then you've got Creature of Madness. Sometimes this can actually get you a useful 3-drop. It can get you a Mixologist. Just show you 3 drops which you could get. Don't make the mistake I did in a game where I did pretty badly, which is take this. It did work in the end, kind of, in the mirror match, but only because my opponent didn't understand how to play the game properly. Right. It can give you things like this, give you this, but you know, most of the 3-drop minions are going to be these ones. So just have a quick look at them. There's about 30 different options you've got here. Yeah. Plus it can give you these as well. You've got about 30 possibilities, so you can't really plan for creature of madness to give you something optimal. However, it's good value. It gives you some way of fighting for board early as well, which is quite important with this deck, because you're starting to get your real defensive options turn 4 with the crystal. Another card draw option I forgot to tell you is Ancient of Yore. Dormant for 2 turns. While dormant, gain 5 armor and draw a card at the end of your turn. So this is a bit like the Druid card, the Seedling card, which draws 2 cards. It's a spell which draws 2 cards for 3 mana and gives you 10 armor, right? Which is the same as this, but this you're doing 2 goes as opposed to 1 go, but you don't have to wait for it to blossom in your hand. And also you get a 5/5 on board, which is useful at the end of the 2 turns. Okay. Now another card draw option, yet another. You can see you've got a lot of card draw options here. Discover a minion from your deck, give it a dark gift, and that can easily hit something which you want, because we don't have that many minions in the deck, which we don't want, I should add. It's mainly minions, but you can easily get that Ravenous Fell Hunter. If you've got an annoying gap, you've got a Defense Crystal and you've got Fellbat but no Fell Hunter, so you can get that, or you could get a Cubicle. Sometimes if you're lucky you can get what's it called, you can get the which one is it? This one, Short Claws, costs 2 less but has 2 less attack. So if you get hit that on the Carnivorous Cubicle, then you're really happy, because now you've got a 3-cost Carnivorous Cubicle. You don't care about the attack value on this anyway, and truth is you can get it on any of the cards you want. You don't really care about the attack values on Fell Hunter or Fellbat. So that's one which you should be looking out for, just a discount one. Otherwise, Health and Taunt, you don't want that on the Cubicle. The Cubicle, oh yes, a really nice interaction. If you get a Cubicle, when you play this, summon a copy of it, you summon a copy of the Cubicle with the minion you ate inside. So if you play this on Cubicle, and let's say it's a Defense Crystal, you get a 4/6 and a 2/2, which both produce Defense Crystals each turn. Or if you do it on a Fell Hunter, you get 2 of these each turn, which is incredible value. So that's something to watch out for, just in case you weren't sure of that interaction. Battle Cries twice doesn't really help you. This could be nice for the Cubicle, as it'll be harder to kill because it's got the extra thing. Similarly with the Divine Shield as well. Reborn unfortunately doesn't. I don't think so. Maybe I haven't played it with this before. I'm not sure. It says with full enchantments, but I'm not sure if that includes summon a copy of it at the end of the turn. I'm not sure actually. It'll be interesting to test out. Okay, anyway. Also 2/2 elusive might be useful as well. Alright. And also if you're going to do it with the Fellbat or with the Fell Hunter, then you want to take it with Taunt. So they're going to have to kill it off to get through to your face. Because our deck is basically about surviving. It's an attrition OTK deck. Traditional OTK deck, we're just trying to survive and then you do your OTK. Around turn 10, something like that. So if you put a Taunt on this, they're going to have to kill it, and that's going to produce more crystals, which protects you again, or they'll produce more Fell Hunters if you've got the Taunt on the Fellbat. So there's some sort of micro decisions and tips there. Right, so that's the core of how to develop your board, how to draw the cards, how to build up your starship. Now, what's the point of the starship? The point of the starship, as you saw in that game, is Exodar. Launch a protocol, And as we know, right, the three protocols are gain armor equal to starship's health twice. Now, if you're playing a super aggressive deck and they're running out of cards, just use this one and you're out of range of their damage. Get copies of all starship pieces, set their cost to 1. Not good in this deck. I would never take that. I can't think of a situation I'd take it. And then deal damage equal to the starship's attack randomly split between all enemies. Now this is our win condition, right? So as we saw in that game, we had like 48 attack on our starship. Offensive formation does 48 damage, but it's split amongst all the enemies. But however, you may ask, what happens if they've got a board full of minions? Surely that 48 damage will just go mainly like the old Cthulhu did, you know, it's just going to hit the minions instead of going face. Well, that's why we've got this beautiful card here, Ceaseless Expanse, which is going to cost 0 by the time we want to do the combo. So what we do is we've got a 7 mana OTK effectively, unless they've got resummon minions like we did in that game against the Paladin. We've got the Matriarch resummoned to 4/4, so we had to make sure we killed it off. Now remember, when you're thinking of trading in order to set up your combo, right? Anytime you trade off a defense crystal, right, and do 3 damage, so let's say it had 5 health and that's got 2 health, it's going to basically cancel out because you've sacrificed 3 which could have gone face, but you're getting it back by having it die and going into the Exodar's damage. So if after play, but remember, Ceaseless Expanse is going to clear their board anyway. So the ideal way of ordering your decisions for doing the combo is you go face as much as you can with your minions, then Ceaseless Expanse their minions, and then Exodar. However, if they've got taunts, then see if you can kill off the taunt first, and then your remaining minions go face, then Ceaseless Expanse and Exodar. That way you get a bit of extra face damage before you Exodar. Because remember, Ceaseless Expanse is going to kill off your Arcanite defense crystals, so you're going to get that damage back anyway. So if you've got 3 defense crystals on board, you may as well just do 9 face. They're all going to die, which means the Exodar is going to have 9 extra attack. So you're going to get that extra attack back anyway when you Exodar. Now, and if they've got a minion which summons another minion, like we did with the Matriarch, then try killing it off first, because that way you're killing off your defense crystals. You're going to get that health, you're going to get that attack back anyway. But once you Ceaseless Expanse, there'll be a 4/4 on the board. If you'd Ceaseless Expanse straight away, they would have had 2 4/4s on the board there. And that means Exodar's going to have to do an extra 8 damage to get rid of the 4/4, you know, elusive dragons, which the Matriarch produces. However, if you trade in the Arcanite defense crystals, as we said, you're not losing any damage because since they're getting killed off now, they're going to go into the Exodar's damage thing. But this way you're getting rid of 2 minions. But that's all assuming it's a taunt, actually. Alright, so you have to work out each case. But when in doubt, send everything face, and then Ceaseless Expanse, then Exodar. Now, in the mirror match, you're going to have this card. Kill Jaden. The earlier you play it, the more likely you are to win. And of course, as you saw in my video about the mirror match, do not try the combo before he's done the combo. You should have enough armor to survive his starship, unless you've got really unlucky. You've just got, not that much armor from the starship, from the crystals which have died so far, and he's got a whole load of defense crystals much more than have died much more than your ones, and he might have enough damage to kill you through your armor. That's very unlikely, though, like you saw in the video we had on the mirror match. So what you do is you do not play the Exodar ever, right? Unless you clearly worked out, unless you keep going face and he's low armor and you can actually kill him. But don't do it just for damage and oh, I'll get him down to 5 health with this. No, do not do that, because he's just going to do the same thing to you. He's going to cease this expanse you. Well, this, okay, so go from our point of view. If he does that to us and we go down to 5 health, then we're very happy, because what we're going to do, and he's got a massive starship now, which has got like 50 something attack or something. Doesn't matter. We play our Ceaseless Expanse, and we don't play the Exodar yet, because remember, he's going to have a huge amount of armor, right? So generally, you would not want to play the Exodar, especially if the Exodar isn't that big, because you don't want to risk him getting a creature of madness or something with poisonous or something. I guess it's not easy. It's not easy for him to generate a poisonous. That's actually a good question. That's an important question, actually. Is there a poisonous option? I think there is. Oh. Taunt. Oh, okay. Maybe you can play the Exodar because he just doesn't have an answer for it. Alright, that's going to be with experience to know whether you should do that. But anyway, if you do the Exodar, you might just take it for the armor option and then just win with a huge minion which he can't deal with. Right, and but assuming both players play correctly and they never use their Exodar or their Ceaseless Expanse, and just play Kill Jaden over and over again, and whoever wins the Kill Jaden war is going to end up doing more damage to the other one's face, which is going to set up the Exodar, which is going to force the other guy to Exodar first in order to survive, and then you Ceaseless Expanse, and then you keep going with your demons or Exodar yourself. Okay, so that's how you win the mirror matchup. Oof. Okay, I think we've covered everything. I hope that was useful. We covered all the different cards here. Right. Oh yes, and we've got this nice early game minion to survive. End of your turn, restore 3 health both heroes, but we're an attrition deck, so we don't care about that. If you could put this behind the taunt, even better, because sometimes you'll take like 10 damage before you get the defense crystal down. You get a whole load of armor, right? But you're still on 20 health, so this is going to be very beneficial for bolstering up your health total, which is underneath the armor. And it's also really important against what's it called? Against the Leech Death Knight, because you don't have any other healing options, and the Leech Death Knight actually steals health away from you, so your armor's, you're vulnerable to, let's say I've had this before when I'm like on 2 or 3 health but like about a huge amount of armor. He plays a couple of leeches, I'm just died because it steals directly from the health total as opposed to doing damage, so got to watch out for that. But as I say, the Critter Caretaker will solve that problem because it will give you 3 health underneath the armor. Right, okay, and that's it basically. Yeah, if you've got any other questions, leave it in the comments. And we've reached Legend with the Armor Starship Demon Hunter. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.